Good morning once again, everybody. This is going to be a quick one focusing on the conspiracy side of things coming out about gas recently. A bunch of shorts, of course, shorts, TikToks have been coming out where people are claiming that the gas in their gas tanks is burning faster than it normally would. Now, anybody who understands the ethanol side of it, American domestic gas can contain between like 5 and 15% alcohol, corn liquor. Um, so that limit was not necessarily like harshly enforced. In most of the cases, the blends would come up rich in it or short of it. So, considering the oil shock, it is absolutely reasonable to expect that, especially the fact that the oil companies are now looking at the European markets, looking to get an extra, what was it? I think anywhere between 40 and 60% profit for trying to move gas here into Europe. That it is absolutely possible that the gas that they are supplying now is actually very rich right now. Of course, they can't go too far with it because going back even to the 90s era cars, which a lot of cars, still on the roads from the 90s and early 2000s, um, because reliability, obviously. A lot of those cars can't necessarily handle uh, too much higher than 15%. 15% in a lot of cases, dried out seals and created problems. Anyway, I want to focus on one side of the equation because one of the TikTok shorts decided to bring up the idea that this was essentially a conspiracy to drive people to electric vehicles. No, it is not a conspiracy to drive people to electric vehicles. If it was, electric vehicles would still largely be under enhanced subsidy programs. Here's the deal. When it comes to that side, when it comes to the actual market side of, New World Order type stuff, um, not every single thing is planned, mostly because the results of actions cannot be guaranteed, alright? Things never go to plan, alright? Never. In reality, the system does not particularly care if you can get to work and back because the system is so full of hubris and the people in charge of it are so vapid that they don't actually understand. Like, you've essentially had a generation of leadership, quote unquote, who have been brought up in a time and era where they they were not a part of the system as it grew up, okay? They're essentially, oh, hell, what are those little buggies, those, the red and yellow cars that little kids have, alright? It's essentially that. They're essentially, 2-year-olds playing with the switches of your entire life, alright? They have no fucking idea what they're doing. They have absolutely 0 idea what they're doing, alright? And then when they do something and it doesn't go the way they expect, then we all end up paying the price for it. Now, it's not like the oil shock is not designed in order to get you to switch to electric because the electric prices are going up in a lot of areas because of the data center push, okay? If you wanna go by this logic, then what the system wants you to drive is absolutely nothing, okay? You can absolutely run an economy on light bikes and trucks to move product around. All right, light bikes for people, trucks for, well, I suppose you got to have something for the retirees too, so maybe some vans. But um, outside of that, bikes for people, trucks for transporting raw materials and finished goods. All right. Truthfully, we really should not have necessarily pursued a mechanized economy post World War II. All right. But we did it. All right. If you want to get to the conspiratorial side of things, then let me hit you with this idea. They want you riding bicycles. All right. That is it. At best, bicycles. At worst, absolutely nothing at all. Okay. That's as far as I'll go with that. Until next time, I'll see you. If you like the video, like, favorite, sub, share, do all the things. If you're interested in personal consulting or business consulting, stop by www.spadesconsulting.com without the dash. And if you're interested in written content, check the description box below for the oh god, I almost called it Patreon, for the Substack. And I will see you next time.